Welcome to my oral presentation for PHO 704. My name is Paul Moran and I'm studying an MA in photography at Falmouth University. My project focuses on Reading in Berkshire. In the book The Public Image by Harriman and Lusatis, they say, modern societies are particularly complex and dynamic. Large-scale, high-tech and committed to innovation, growth and other forms of change, they produce astonishing alterations in status, rights, opportunities, protections, capabilities and prosperity, all of which in turn can disrupt traditional customs and beliefs. Modern societies are societies of strangers. The representative place is a city, not the village. Well, Reading might not be a city. In fact, it's a large town, but it's split neatly in two by the River Thames. Prosperity, success, wealth, and you'll live north of the River Thames. In fact, you're likely to live 9.4 years longer if you live north of the Thames than if you live south. This is the Reading crime map from October 2019. All crime in Reading occurs south of the river. South of the river is where you'll find most of the social problems, the inequalities of life, the deprivation and hardship, and the poverty. In fact, there's 8,400 children living in poverty in Reading in 2019. My project will be titled There's Something About Reading. It was originally titled The Wrong Side of the River. And when I tried to get close to the community, I engaged with community groups and Neighbourhood Watch and the police, I ended up being reported to a number of councillors and had my project discussed in a council meeting a month ago, where there was a certain amount of anger and upset towards that title. They hadn't seen any of the photographs, hadn't spoken to me, and hadn't discussed anything, the aims or objectives of my project. My aims and objectives are to show Reading for what it is, and that is behind that facade of success that you'll find on the council websites, into what is a community. It's a community of people who have very little to live on, but who are very, very happy and who seem to be a closely knit, tight group of people. And that's what I want my pictures to show. In fact, in the book The Cruel Radiance by Susie Linfield, she says, photography is a proxy for modern life and its discontents, which may explain some of the high expectations, bitter disappointments and pure vitriol that it has engendered. And that seems to be the case just from the title of my project. So I've started my project south of the river, and I'm trying to capture the spirit, the goodwill, and the good nature of the people and the pride they have in their workplaces, in their area, and with the people who come as customers. I've come to respect their hard work, their diligence, and their ability to keep smiling in the face of what is a lot of social adversity and social issues and problems. And yes, there's a regular police presence. There's a lot of problems, a lot of places shut down, a lot of hardship. But that spirit, that community, is obvious for all to see. When I turn my attention to life north of the river, I find a different kind of architecture. This is what would be referred to as defensive or hostile architecture. In fact, when I'm there, I rarely see anybody. I see high fences, I see intercoms, gates, chains, padlocks, CCTV cameras, everything that says, keep out, go away, we don't want you here. Certainly the community message north of the River Thames is one of keep away, keep out, don't come near us. In Langman and Pick's Photography as a Social Research Method, they say the power of a photograph lies not only within the photograph itself, but also its ability to provoke a response of wondering and questions within audiences. And here we are wondering what it is they're protecting, what it is they don't want us to see or know or come near. So what is the wrong side of the river in Reading? Is it the south side, the less prosperous, but hard-working, where people like Mr. Wahid invite me in for a cup of coffee every time I walk past his shop? Or is it the north side, where the entrance ticket is money millions of pounds, but you won't be part of the community, and you probably will never see your neighbours? So this module has seen my project develop from north and south of the river, wealth against poverty, into something much more complex, a tapestry that includes community, people, spirit, and architecture. In the north, I've started to look behind the curtain, behind that wall, what's really happening there. And sometimes what you see is not so nice. And sometimes, when you're south of the river, you see more abundance, success, and happiness than the statistics would lead you to believe. In the book Three Men in a Boat, Jerome K. Jerome says, "One does not linger in the neighbourhood of Reading, but I find that the more time I spend there, the more prints I give out, the closer my acceptance is to that community. And over the future modules, I hope that I'll be getting closer, getting better photographs, and producing a book at the end of my experience of Reading." Thank you for listening. Here are my references.